Somebody come look at this. Look at this.
How many of you guys are comic book fans of the MCU, Marvel Comics? I remember as a kid, man, like one of my first action figures was Captain America. And then Wolverine, then Incredible Hulk, and it went on from there. When we started getting the movies like Blade, and then the first Incredible Hulk, and then now we got Infinity Wars, man, I'm talking about, it's crazy. I enjoy it, man. It's like that fiction of these mutants or people with abilities, brain power beyond what the average human can even fathom. And then you got watches. Speaking of which, I have on my Zodiac right now. Horology, man, like. And YouTube. Like, from all the reviews that you see, from all of the unboxings, the information that you see, when you dive deep into horology, the history of creating watches, you know, from Patek to Rolex to Timex, like all genres, man. So during this series, as you saw in these other videos that I was doing, I was, you know, just having fun, right? You know, yeah, there's no actual collaborations between these watches. Some of these watches already have names attached to them. I'm going to go through 3 watches that they're favorable, right? And you may hear this throughout my journey of like collecting watches and being on YouTube and going to different events. I have a list of watches that I will call my favorite, right? So I have a ton of favorites. These, however, have a theme to them, right? They're either dive watch, sports watch, one of which already has historical value, and it's a reissue, right? So, but what I want to start with is the first watch that I'm either going to say it will look good on this character or is depicted, or the theme, it reminds me of it. And the first one is none other than Nomadic.
This is going to be the brand new Nomadic HQ. This is going to be not just like a shop to come and buy watches or try them on. Even this is going to be an immersive retail experience.
This right here, the official name is the Mirai 401. And the name Nomadic, as you've seen, a clip, this thing is a rendition of a tender that will take people in mail over to the Titanic. And the Titanic is a massive ship, iconic ship. And dude, you can't get no, like there's nothing bigger than that as far as ships go. There's no cruise, not even a Love Boat can touch it. But if this watch had a collaboration or was worn by a particular character or a depiction of a character, this watch will have the characteristics of Victor Von Doom.
You are a weak god, a pretender. It is you who should bow before me. For you, that will be enough.
That appears untrue.
One of the greatest villains in the MCU. And would you even consider him a villain after you learn his past? I don't know. But I would say this right here, if it had to have a nickname, it would be the Victor Von Doom Diver. Yes, so you tell me what you think. Some of you guys may even say the Hulk.
Come out! Come out! Come out!
Now this next watch, man. Now you hear me on this one. I would say this could be a depiction of a character, because like when I look at it, it reminds me of a certain Marvel character, and I can see him wearing this. I can see him wearing this. I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite watches. This has gotta be one of my favorite watches right here. This right here is, this is probably one of the greatest creations of Tissot for me. I think they make this specifically for me. But let's take a closer look at it. This, my friends, is a 1938. This is a heritage piece from the Tissot lineup. And at the small seconds, you have the date. So you have a couple of functions on this thing, right? Anthracite dial, there's no lume on this, but it's overall core. It's like an antique. It's a powerful watch. And is it a dress watch? Is it a sports watch? I mean, like this thing is giving me different type of vibes. So this is why I say this watch reminds me of.
I'm Dr. Stephen Strange. I need you to come with me. Oh, congratulations on the wedding.
You probably didn't see that coming. What would you call this watch? Is there a character that you're liking to this watch? The theme will say, hey, you know what? No, that's not Doctor Strange. It's somebody else. But I'm calling this Doctor Strange. You got the small seconds, so it's a timely watch. It's precise, right? It's COS certified, right? And it has no lume, but it's just the overall vibe. I say, he would probably wear something like this. And then when I heard like anthracite, I was like, okay, that sounds like something that he would say during a spell or something like that, or looking at a certain book. This is a smart looking watch, intelligent looking watch, vintage looking watch. And Doctor Strange reminds me of a vintage Marvel character, man. Like this man is casting spells, very powerful. And I just think it fits the bill. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. You guys tell me what you think.
Start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond.
Houston, we have a problem. One of the most important watches, one of the most important reissues, one of the most comfortable watches that I could have purchased this year. Gene Kranz, that's Seiko. Oh, yes.
Served in the Air Force. I looked for other opportunities and I saw the Space Task Group was forming, and I was one of the early members of the Space Task Group.
Who in the MCU would this remind you of, or who would wear something like this? Put it down in a comment. Yes, the Gene Kranz. It already has a title. This thing already is legendary. This is already phenomenal. But. Hear me on this one. This watch, worn by one of the greatest minds, one of the most prolific men, one of the most legendary men in the world. In the world. And I say in the world, now, of course, for American culture, yes, there's a plus. But I say the world because during the Apollo mission, when these three men are stranded, or the possibility of being stranded out in space, there's nobody to help them out there.
How do we get our people home? They are here. We turn them around, straight back, direct abort.
No, sir. We get them on a free return trajectory. It's the option with the fewest question marks for safety.
I agree with Jerry.
This man and his team comes up with all type of things to help them, man. Now I'm talking about going through equations. They're having meetings, they're thinking on the fly, man. Like they had to make so many adjustments, man. The mathematical equations that had to go into the angles, everything, bro. These are smart people. And the flight director, Mr. Eugene Kranz, was successful in getting these men back. Yes, the original plan was to make it to the moon, but I think that was more interesting, seeing these, you know, it's a fight for survival.
What did you do? Nothing. I stirred the tanks.
Whoa.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
Here comes a new challenger! My X-Men.
Charles Xavier. Now, I can see Charles Xavier wearing this watch because this watch is a smart looking timepiece, is durable. It has just the information that you need. Day, date, end time. It's comfortable, simplistic, and for the time frame, you're going back to the 60s, and you think about Professor Xavier's time frame, and yes, Professor Xavier in the comics actually traveled through space.
Say you are no mere Terran, Charles.
On Earth, newlyweds whisk off to some faraway island to celebrate their love.
Yeah, Professor Xavier is the leader of a team.
Just range your swords.
You don't think I'm gonna blow through the walls?
He had this place built to withstand a nuclear bomb. I think it can handle you, Alex.
You know, when I do this, bad things tend to happen.
It's because you can't control it. It controls you.
A military force, if you will, of mutants with powers. And what did Gene Kranz do?
We had to pull missions literally out of the fire, make the right things happen, and bring these crews back home.
They are the men of Mission Control, engineers who took the dream of spaceflight and made it reality.
He led a team of people from the Navy, Air Force. He was like, bro, I'm telling you, they go hand in hand. So this watch right here, in all its glory, in all its beautifulness, I just think about the mind of the man that wore this watch was phenomenal, man. The dude's a hero, he's a legend, right? And then Professor Xavier led some of the greatest men. Him and Gene Kranz, Professor X and Gene Kranz have a lot in common. And I get it, this is just for fun, but I'm telling you, bro, this is probably the most important of all the watches I've shown.
You should see it in real life. It's incredible.
I want this mark all the way back to Earth with time to spare. We never lost an American in space. We're sure as hell not going to lose one on my watch. Failure is not an option.
We're having fun with this. Of all these three, this is my ultimate favorite, but this is the most important, and it has become one of my favorite watches, man. And I won't mind. Yes, this is the Gene Kranz. That name will never go anywhere, but like, you know, code name, Professor X or just X. That's what this is. So you got X, you got Strange, and you got Doom. Those are my three Marvel picks of three of my favorite watches. Place down in the comments what watches that you have that does not have a collaboration with anything. What do they remind you of? I would love to know. I would love to know. And I would love to do a live and we could talk about this in like real time. I think that'd be dope, man. So yeah. I would conclude this. I would say this is it. This done. But you know, I want to do one more. Just one more watch. Yeah. And it's a doozy too. It's one, I'm talking about one of my favorite characters of all time. Of all time. And this character, this one character, he surpasses every other character. I like him from Duke to Flint to Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, even Goku. Like these are some of my favorite. I like these characters. I like the development. And I would say this. Just for the record, I think Vegeta's better than Goku. Hey, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, DBZ, Goku is the GOAT, but Vegeta does not get his just due.
How dare you! That's my father! You bastard!
At any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed this premiere with me. If you watched this on replay, you made it to this far, just put down in the description, or not the description, down in the comment section, Who's your favorite character, Marvel-wise? Or are you a DC person? I could have done DC. Could have done DC. Who could you see wearing these watches? I'd like to know, man. Let's have some fun with this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, that's my time. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you spending time watching with your boy. And until the next lightning strike, man, ladies and gentlemen, y'all be blessed.